Can you hear this thing? Does it annoy
10
you?
seconds.
Okay. I mean, I won't have it the whole time. Yeah.
Right,
We're live.
Check. 9-4 live. 9-4 radio live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Shelf. I'm Dilish, aka Tembela, and next to me, besides me, I've got some of Joburg's coolest running community members from Shelf Life. I've got Hakim on my right. I've got Fez on my left. Welcome, gents, to Cape Town.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome
And thank you to the people here. There's
Yes,
people
of
here.
course.
You guys can't see it, but there's people here. They came to hear us talk, so don't talk cock.
They came to
I
support.
thought that was going to be the fun of everything else. Okay, so, welcome to Marathon Week. How are you guys feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. I mean, you're asking someone who's running.
Yes.
I can start with you, but I mean, you had a cool event today. We can get into that a bit just now. But yeah. Let's chat about that.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. There's like a lot of things going on in Cape Town all at once. There's like a lot of stuff for people to do, which I think is cool, but then it's also a bit draining. So you gotta pick your battles. But the 9-4 borough is a cool place to come and decompress. I did that this morning after we had a shakeout run at Shelf Life. So we from Run Shelf Life. I don't know if
You didn't know.
Yes, but that's who we are. So Vez and I are from the Joburg store. So anyway, we down here trying to have a good time. We had our shakeout run this morning, and then after which I came down here and I fell asleep on those benches like 2 or 3 times. So that's how much I decompress. So yeah, that's how it's going so far. It's pretty awesome.
Good. And you?
Yeah, man, it's been good. Similar to Hakim. I think this space is also really rad to come visit. We came here on, I think it was Wednesday night, and Jake was playing. It was really cool to say what up to some of the homies. And then the shakeout run this morning, which was really nice. We had like a cool bunch of people join us, and yeah, it was just a nice way to send off some of our crew members to into the marathon, into getting into the marathon energy.
Okay, so
pretty much.
Nice. So yeah, I think the agenda of today.
The agenda.
The agenda is
to
a
just
serious
chat
conversation.
Chat about you guys, Shelf Life running crew, how it started, where you guys faded, and the comeback.
Wait, what?
We'll unpack it. You know what I mean. I'm not trying to offend, but you know what I mean.
Okay.
I want to live in here for the stories. You wanna know what happened.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna start.
Faded
and go
is
back.
crazy.
Sorry, man.
Fade. Locked in.
And that's the best one I could think of.
A hiatus,
I'm not.
temporary disarming,
Pause.
something like that. A pause,
Trust me, it's not like
Rested.
Trust me.
recovered.
We're gonna get there.
Okay,
boss.
Hardy.
We're gonna get there. We're
Disappeared.
gonna get there.
Fade.
You sort of. Oh, come on, dog. So how I came across you guys was I'm from Plettenberg Bay, a very small town in the Western Cape. I think the only place that we could find some influence of culture and relevance was through OK Malum Cool Cat, Poison Bucks, 2013, 2014, and I think I was exposed to your guys' running crew as well back then, and it was so nice to see dope, influential people mixing it up and being fit, and you guys were like that inspiration and influence for me from that side, making running cool. Running was very formal, running was very technical, but seeing you guys bringing that whole cultural and cool element to it, it just makes it very accessible and very nice. So do you want to unpack where everything started for you guys, where everything birthed, and yeah?
I'm gonna let Vez take the first part of the question.
Okay. Like where we started and stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, Hakim, what year do you think we would have started?
So you and Dave started running in 2016, but then posting only started happening in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So
But like you, Spike, Stacks, you guys had
Cheers.
already like gotten some seeding from Nike, and you're running from the store when the store opened in Cape Town. That's how I saw the whole thing. I came after that.
For sure. Yeah, so I think around that time, I remember like Cheslin, who also used to run with you guys quite a bit, was also very like instrumental in starting Run SL. And yeah, it was quite a while back, I guess 2016, 2017, somewhere there.
Yeah.
Not always the greatest with dates, but yeah. And then, yeah, now you're making me like reminisce and remember.
You're supposed to
Tell the
reminisce.
story.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
Come on, bring the
reminisce.
story
No,
down.
so yeah, so then from there, slowly it just like grew. Like one group of friends would join, one friend would join, another friend would join.
Because it
I
wasn't
think-
just anyone that just joined. You guys had like quite a cool combination of like influential people who were doing very rad, cool stuff.
For
And
sure.
I think that's what made you guys very attractive and very cool, you know?
No, for sure. So like everyone that joined was our
Had to be
friends.
dope. The
Yeah.
people, they had Emmy
I-
awards. The
Take
people
it
were
away.
the
Take
people were
it away,
DJing. You understand? Other people were opening restaurants. People had brands.
Directors.
That was the criteria.
So you guys, there was a hierarchy of some sort.
No,
that-
not
that-
even. You know what it is? Like birds of a feather kind of thing.
Exactly. So
Especially
it's like,
industry wise. Like if you had that kind of group that you were exposed to, and then some of those people decided, okay, we're gonna start running, then that was like the common ground, and the fact that we were associated with Shelf Life the store, so everybody was like buying sneakers from there. So it was like times two. It was like the fact that people like, you know, bashas and shoes, and then the other part was that like, you know, most of the time you crossing these people because you share like a
Common
scene, yeah, you
interest.
share a scene with them,
Yeah.
like working wise, and then also we also run as well. So that was basically like the link.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like everyone was like friends, to be honest, as well. Just like I think Hakim expressed it pretty well.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, then slowly it just started growing. And I think over the years, things have changed, you know. Random people would want to sort of join the crew and run with us. And like people that we didn't even know. Maybe they just saw like us post a flyer or whatever, running this Wednesday. And then that then becomes the reason for them to come back, whatever, and then they become our friends, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, by way of just running with us.
How's the running community and like culture in Joburg?
It's grown a lot. I think Cape Town has had this for like a while.
For
with
sure.
Like a lot of run crews. Also I think like the access to open roads where people can meet up and run is like way better here in Joburg. Where we run in the suburbs there in Saxonwood and stuff, the road,
I'm aware. It's war when you run in Joburg.
like the roads are wide, but then it's like you've got to be in Saxonwood.
Eish.
You know what I mean? Which is like going to be a small percentile of people who are going to have access to those roads. You know, the wide roads with the massive trees that cover the road. It's really it's a privilege like to run there every time. But for most people living in Johannesburg, it's like running is a dev. Like people who choose to run, and I see people running in the morning, I'm like big up.
Shut up.
You know, let's like run this hill together. And Joburg runners are like that. Hey, Joburg runners are very, like, you know, let's go, buddy, kind of.
Let's
Kind-
go,
camaraderie.
buddy.
yeah.
Camaraderie.
Yeah, it is. It's like that. It's like that. It really is like that. You'll find like an older toppy or
Yeah, sure.
like
Fair,
an auntie
fair.
or something, and because you guys are out there running, you know, you'll share that thing.
Except for that, remember that other timer?
Which one?
The one that we saw at Checkers. Then he was buying that nip.
Yeah, but he was still going to run.
Yeah, fair.
You know what I mean? Like we saw him. We were going to buy water, and we saw him going to the bottle store, and I was like, got him.
Yeah,
Because I've seen him, and I knew he was going to go run. We knew he was going to run.
for sure.
And like I'm sure if you find that guy, he's probably like, you know, smelling of amarula. But regardless, he's still running. You know,
No,
like
fair.
Joburg's got that grit about it. So at least running like with the crew and in Saxon World, I think it goes to Vez's point, like that's why people come back, because the routes are like very flat. When we run, it's not difficult. Obviously, when we do longer runs on Saturday, it gets a bit hectic. Like
Okay.
we start very early, we run very long.
What
But
are the routes? Sorry.
It's like, so we run stores based in Rosebank,
Yeah.
which is next to Sandton in terms of like business districts. I think it's probably like the second one to Sandton, growing. They're saying it's going to be bigger than Sandton in like 10 years. We'll see about that. And it's in between towns, so it's like very optimally placed in terms of the geography of Johannesburg. Like Sandton is just further up north, Rosebank is in the middle, and Joburg CBD is going south. So we run in like Saxonwold, Birdhaven, Ilovo, Melrose kind of area. That's generally where we run.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, and for your guys' crew, like, what was the mission when you guys like started? What was the objective? What were you guys trying
To be cooler than everyone running. To be
Yes.
To be cool, dog. It was only us and Paul Ward who had the Oakleys early in this thing. See how runners dress now? With all of this, Alpha Flight, everything. We started that, dog. There's no
Fair,
doubt
fair.
about it. That fly running, we started that thing.
Do you think there's a thing to that? Hey, like,
There's
you
a
know,
thing.
like,
Look at you
there's a-
now. Look at you now, boss. Us and Paul Ward, we started that shit, dog.
I think it was just an us thing, but like clearly it's a thing. Right?
No
You know?
ways.
I think like definitely 9-4, like I feel like sort of spearheaded that culture. But think about it, in those days, at least in Joburg, there wasn't a lot of like run crews, like let's say like off center, if I may like call it that, run crews. You know, there was maybe like, what was there? Yeah, Theses.
Thesis was the only one.
Theses were the guys who
Who had it. But
Bromfy, exactly.
Bromfy wasn't cool like that. Bromfy was like the second gen of Athletics Club Association.
Fair, exactly.
They were
But
like
Theses,
runners.
for sure.
Their thing wasn't like culture pushing. Like Thesis, like what Wandy and G were doing was like culture.
100%.
Yeah.
But they were born from Bromfy. They first ran in Bromfy before opening their own run group
But they had
But
Thesis
this is, I
as a
think-
brand.
as a shop.
Yes, and then
Yes,
they
exactly.
infused that into running culture. But I'm saying in terms of like what that looked like, that off-center thing that Vez is talking about, I don't, in my opinion, Bromfy didn't have that. You didn't think you're gonna go there and it's gonna be cool. You're gonna have a nice dope run. You're gonna meet dope people.
Good peeps.
But in terms of this fly shit, like,
Pushing the limits.
you know what I mean. And it's respectfully, it doesn't have to be something that everybody prescribes to. But definitely what Wandy and them were doing to me, and even as an athlete, like Wandy is at that time, still even now, superior to like many people. So to have someone dedicated to performance, but also
100%.
dedicated to the aesthetic, to us that was like something to aspire toward. It wasn't just like, you know.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Yeah. I like the crowd. You see, the crowd is the one. This is
The
what
crowd
everybody
is-
needs at a podcast, so that people don't lie. And, like, and that points must be interrogated. So I appreciate that, my brother. Thank you so
Shout
much.
out.
Because that's a conversation. Because otherwise, people are just lying on these benches, bro.
100%.
On these
And
sofas,
then they're
man.
coming for you in the comments.
Yeah.
You can't come
The
back.
comments are here. This is
It's
fine.
live and direct, baby.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go back to my other question now.
Sorry,
my
bro.
my justified question
Okay.
of like what happened? You know, you guys were spearheading this whole like movement. Everything was cool and dope, but then like things started slowing down.
Okay, wait. Okay.
You see?
You tell me. What? Tell me your timeline.
Utalile. It's fine.
Before COVID,
Before COVID.
like
Tulile,
COVID before COVID. No, I don't say it was tweet, but things
Yeah.
were like
a bit more movement.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay. I think
What
I won't.
happened?
I mean, okay, I don't know what happened. Maybe Malema can say. I don't
No,
know.
I don't know.
I think, you know what, to be honest-
I think it was like just after COVID. I think it was a weird time. Also, your store moved. It was at
Yeah,
Keys,
exactly.
and then it moved to the mall, and then it was just like not.
There was other
conducive.
priorities as well.
It
I
wasn't
think.
conducive at the time, and I guess it is a bit of about time, because even though while that's happening, there should have been like a sense of, let's keep this thing going. But I won't lie, COVID, in terms of running, absolutely destroyed me personally. Like, I didn't run for 2 years, and it was so hard to get back to the point now where I am now. I feel like, you know, I could train an entire year to put in a decent marathon time, bring people together to run. Like, it's taken a while. It's taken like 18 months, because before then, I couldn't be asked. It was like it was really tough. Just complete change of habits during COVID.
For sure.
For me personally, just like took on a lot of bad habits. Started drinking sodas. I never used to drink soda, and like I'm sitting at home. I'm getting older. My body's retaining more visceral fat. My lean muscle.
These are visceral fat.
My like all of these things are getting impacted. You know, and like as a runner, and as a person, I guess I'm concerned about those things, like from a just health and athletic perspective. So the fact that I could go back to Viz and be like, yo, bruh, me personally, if I don't start doing this, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So that was
A real chat.
Was
that
that
was
the
a,
spark?
yeah, that was a real chat. And Viz was like, yeah, man, if you're gonna
I think
go, just go.
I think to add to like what Hakim is saying is like, at that point, maybe prior we were like thinking, well, at least, you know, I was thinking to myself, maybe there needs to be a different approach to how we facilitate this, you know?
Okay.
Because people do want to run and do want to hang out. And I think Hakim just came back at the right time to be like, look, bro, I see you guys running here and there. And he played like quite an instrumental role in like helping
Bring
sort
it all
of,
together.
yeah, like helping pushing it a bit more. Like, I'll be honest, I'm not like a crazy runner, but I know Hakim is, and he really lives and loves, you know, this like running and, you know, just athletes, you know, mind state, you know. So yeah, I think he just came back at the right time, and he was like, yo, let's see if he kind of just suggested that let me come back, let me push some runs, and I was like, bro, by all means, join us again and help spearhead this shit, you know, like push this shit. I know that you have a deep like passion for this, and it's motivating. Like, to be honest, when you're around a person like that, you also like check yourself. You're like, Esh, these beers. You know, this man, he doesn't sip no more. You know what I'm saying? He's really on his David Goggins vibes. B.
So what's your story? We're gonna come back to the running club now. What's the story? Where did it start?
It started
Come
like
on.
I had to make choices after COVID. I was like, I can't live like this anymore, and I had to create an environment that it wasn't just going to be me. So I figured if I can convince other people to do the same thing as me, then they'll also hold me accountable. So I was trying to trick myself, but also while like they think I'm helping them, but they're helping me.
You feel me?
Because like the fact that there's the WhatsApp groups and there's the texts, so now it's like I'm
Holding yourself accountable.
but also you guys hold me accountable. So now it's like it's not just me telling lies to myself, you know, in the room, like I'm not gonna do whatever, and just like this cycle of bad decisions. It's like now I created a situation where I know that there's people that are expecting something from me. I guess it's what it feels like when people have kids, you know. You've got these kids and they demand this thing from you whether you like it or not. So you have to show up. So you meet that situation every time, whether it's annoying or whatever. And then that paradigm is like completely transformed the way I live my life right now. So even like, just from like substances and that kind of thing, it's just like, sorry man, that's not me anymore. I mean,
like
and
a
if you
waste
know,
man.
I mean, there was a time when you know what I mean, like because it's part of the thing, it's part of the fun and everything. But I just think from like a lifestyle perspective, you know, I just wanted to make those decisions, and this run crew has helped me like facilitate that personal transformation. So I'm like very grateful for that.
Nah, fresh. So what would you say is different now, or if there's anything different now to what you guys were and what you guys are now?
What's
this
different
question-
is now we do it with Addy now. That's the difference.
Okay. Andy.
Yeah, with Adidas. Adidas brought us here. They like crew members who haven't like traveled for a race have been able to do that through this partnership. We did like a collab with them. So our partner is different. Other than that, it's like the mission is clear. At least now we have support and like resources to be able to bring 5 guys down here. You know, we've been training the whole year, so we were working towards a goal, and the people that committed to the goal are now reaping the rewards of those good decisions. And now like we're here together, and you know that's what's different. And it's like it's difficult unless you do those things where you're charging people for like membership and that type of stuff, and, and then you need a treasurer. I don't think we have the facilities for that.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't think we have
the maths is too much.
I think it's up.
Or is that the goal
No,
at
you
some
know
point?
what? Maybe at some point it'll be associated. I don't know. I don't even know if that's necessary. I think what's cool is that we do cool enough stuff for the brands to be like, let's help you guys do a couple things. You know what I'm saying? Let's help you guys do the thing that we know you want to do and that you're good at. And I think for now, I think that's cool. That's what's different.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's still like, you know, guys wearing fresh stuff. Guys want to run.
Yeah.
You know, want to enjoy.
You guys pulled off that awesome Adidas SL Evo commercial.
Yeah.
That even was even better than the global campaign.
You said
you saw.
Not me.
I mean, I'm
You
here
said it.
now, and
You
like
said it.
you know, I related to that. You know, like it was
What
dope.
did you like
It was-
about it?
It was very relatable, you know. Friend of Dilish, the Barbie saying like, look at the guy, like what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot of relatable points. Like,
Vans was doing spray paint.
you know,
Yeah.
there was like a lot of dope elements that I could like, you know, relate to as a runner and also a
Yeah.
runner in South Africa. Whereas
Yes.
the global one was like too much like, you know, fashionista, imaginary stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not judging obviously, but you know, you guys
Yeah.
pulled off something cool. And it speaks to what you're saying now, like, you know, the backing brings a lot of like, you know, creativity, more impact and more stuff out there, you know.
Sure. I mean, like that's what we want to do. Want to just improve how people improve, and also like document and tell the story. I think there's a lot of things to still figure out in terms of the story. Like coming here this week, I was really inspired by what you guys at the 9-4 do, like the space that you've curated. Like someone said outside that it feels like there's like a running crew vibe.
Yeah.
I didn't maybe have the language for it, but when she said it, I was like, oh yeah, that's what that feeling is. Because I also had that feeling, like, feels like there's something very intentional about what's going on here in terms of the way it's set up, but to accommodate people, not just from a running perspective, but like running is the golden thread. So I think for us, that's something to aspire toward, to be able to create in our, like, you know, with our language and with our brushstrokes, but that can accommodate the people that, you know, are attracted to what we do. Yeah, I don't know if that was related to the question, but the shit is fine.
Yeah, no, fire. I want to get into more of your story, your personal story as like
Why?
an athlete. Just as an athlete,
No,
I
I'm
think
joking.
there's something like this guy. I think there's something cool that you bring as an athlete. Like, you know, you're quite a serious athlete, but like you also have a cool element to it. As I said, like those kind of things do have that accessibility. You are able to influence, you are able to inspire, and you are able to drive people to do stuff. Where does that mold come from? Where is it all birth?
I was always into sports, just in general. As a child, growing up, teenager, everything. I always played sports. I always thought I would do some kind of professional sport, but I also knew I wouldn't, because I didn't have the discipline. That was my view of myself. I was like, I definitely can be a pro athlete, but I just don't have the discipline to do it. And that brought me to like where I am today, where I made decisions to just take discipline into my own hands. Because I guess when I was younger, I felt like someone else is gonna take the mantle of discipline for me. Like you see these parents that drive their kids up and down and they do all of this stuff. I suppose I just wasn't that cutting edge as an athlete. It was like, even if somebody doesn't take me, and that's what makes like a champion, is that like that difference to be able to decide even at the moment where like you're not in control of what's going on, you're still gonna do those things. So I guess now in this stage of my life, when I'm more in control of my time and more in control of like resources and being able to do things, I know probably I won't go pro, but I treat myself like an athlete, like a pro athlete, in what I do. And it's not about necessarily the competitiveness of like the winning, but just treating myself like that is very important. Because anyway, that's how I felt about myself a long time ago, and now I've changed my worldview to say like I don't have the discipline. I do have the discipline. I will have the discipline, and now I'm doing something about it. Like 15 years too late, but you know, like I don't beat myself up about it. I think this kind of like culture, athletics, is probably far more suited to me anyway, and I like the space, and I like being able to be adjacent to like high performance creative culture and athletics culture at the same time. It's like a really dope intersection with like technology and innovation in like eyewear, footwear, and all this stuff, and then also the nutritional aspect of like sleep and recovery and food and hydration. These are things I think as people we need to be interested in, and as athletes you definitely have to be interested in that stuff.
100%. And you first, your curiosity,
My
and
curiosity.
your keenness of like running and like getting
Like,
involved.
real talk, like I said, I'm not a crazy runner, man. For me, I like to be in like similarly to like Hakim in like creative spaces, and I find with Run SL, a lot of the people that are a part of Run SL are in the creative spaces and stuff like that. So, it's a cliche thing to say. I just dig the community aspect of it, and also like a big part for me is just being able to like, I don't know, kind of like plug people in the right places, you know what I mean, and connect people with the right people. For me, that's like, I like to see that. I like to see like actually, maybe let's help facilitate a relationship with Hakim and this brand, or with Pablo and this brand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody from the crew. So for me, that's where I get a lot of joy, and like being able to be like, let's facilitate this marathon trip, and let's get some people that are running anyways. Let's like try and empower the people around us. For me, that's like what I really like doing anyways. So
It's building community.
yeah, building community, literally.
Yeah.
A roundabout way of saying it, but yeah, there we go.
Community is very important.
For
I
sure.
think we are trying to we're all here as a community, and we can all feel the tightness and the excitement for Sunday, and like
For sure.
everything that's going to be about Sunday. Do you have any expectations for Sunday?
Yeah, if you work with like clients, you must under promise and over deliver.
Okay.
That's
I like
my
that.
that's
I
my
like that.
mandate for living. I was just like, it seems like maybe at first I'm disinterested or I'm being nonchalant, but actually behind, still waters, whatever.
For sure.
So I'm saying all of this to say that I don't want to like vocalize what my expectations are, because then I'm going against my philosophy. But essentially, I want to do well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. I think we're all in the same boat here.
Yeah.
Like, kinda
We
like
all
we're
want to
trying-
do well.
Yeah.
But when you start throwing like these numbers and split times, negative splits,
Recipe for disaster.
it's a very, very, very
Slippery
it's a
slope.
slippery slope. It's a slippery slope.
Is it your first marathon?
It actually is my first marathon. I don't know why I haven't run a marathon.
Actually.
I've run a span load of half marathons and like even 35K races.
Yeah.
But you know what the thing is, I always wanted to run Cape Town Marathon, but people used to complain about this hill at Borka. I'm so finicky about times. It's not Borka.
Nah, we don't have
District
hotels.
6.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
The infamous hill.
It's not a hill even.
They used to be. They took,
Oh,
they
okay.
took it,
I'm
they took
also-
it out.
yeah.
They took it out this year's course.
I was about to say,
because
which one is this
they're
one?
trying to accommodate the major.
Oh, okay.
So the course is generally flat. So I was like, hey man, and the time I was thinking about it, I was like very PB focused. I'm like, there's no chance I'm gonna be going. I'm gonna get there, and then no Morton can save you.
For sure.
No amount.
That's true.
No amount of it.
It's
So
honest.
I just wanted to have a course that was like gonna be good for my first time, because all the marathons in Joburg are evil. It is evil. Every single one of them is
Fact checker.
every single one of them is pure evil. It doesn't matter where you go in Joburg, the elevation is insane. And because the elevation is insane, the altitude is also crazy. Joburg, it feels like someone put an exhaust pipe in your mouth and you're revving.
It must
You're
puff.
revving the car, dog.
Eish.
You need
So-
another level of VO2
So
there.
we ran here the day after we landed on Thursday. We did like 10k Sea Point back to Camps Bay. It was lovely, guys. I don't want to lie to you. And this is when I knew, okay, it's gonna be fine. You know, we'll be okay. So expectations, I just expect to have a good time, and I'd like to do well.
How do you usually prepare? Do you have any like rituals that you do?
Rituals like korobela.
Anything. Kuka ngamatolo. Anything. It's fine if you don't want to share your magic.
Papa. It's fine if I don't want to share my magic. No, I'm actually. I know. Okay, well done. You got me. No, I'm actually not superstitious.
I mean, I don't mean it like that, but like things,
No, I'm
traditions that you do, you know. when you
Traditions,
prepare.
fana.
Let's put it that way.
Korobela.
You-
I'm telling you.
You don't rise to the level of your expectations. You fall to the level of your training.
Science, son. Keep the
Boss.
science, son.
Yeah, say it again.
You don't rise to the level of your expectations. You fall to the level of your training. So the question you asked about expectations is too frivolous.
Yeah, fair.
You understand?
It took you a while to get there though, but it's fine.
Keep the knowledge.
I'll
dog.
take it. I'll take it.
The training, the training is where I'm gonna go. It doesn't matter like what lofty story I tell myself, but I trust my training. I trust my training partners. I trust the nutrition plan. I trust the shoes. I trust the eyewear. So all of you understand, all of that is like it builds like a confident persona for the race.
I see.
So I don't have to believe in like a what if.
I see.
You know, obviously we'll see what happens. There's always a window for like it's worse, it's better. So I just try and live within the margin of like the performance where I know I gave everything. Yeah.
Dope. What are you wearing?
What am I wearing? Yo, that's actually crazy. I can't believe I didn't bring it. So I started an apparel brand called Kijima. And the purpose of it is very clear. It's in the name. It's like Kijima. That's what we do every day. That's what we do. And I want to tell a story of like the people like us, like through this brand. Because the brands are cool. And like, you know, we've given them their depths in terms of the things that they can assist us in being able to accomplish and achieve resources to go places and do stuff. But I think like our own brands are important, and the stories that those brands tell, and even like the names of those brands. Like I think Kijima is something that will like resonate with South Africans and Africans as it grows, and like the kind of people that we are that run, because there's this older generation of like athletics clubs runners, you know, like Randburg Harriers and people with those names. I know. I respect those clubs. But I think just from like a social cultural perspective, there's a bit of a gap between us and them. And then like the 9-4 Runner Cell, you know, places like this, even maybe bench warmers, they bridge this gap for a different demographic, age, sensibility, you know what I'm saying, identity of people is not really present in those places, I think, as much as like this new type of run club. So I think for the time being, it's just going to be important to try and push that as much as possible with Kijima. So I'm going to wear a Kijima singlet,
Okay.
which is, I can't believe I didn't bring it. It's so
Ish.
stupid. Can we put it in the bottom of the screen?
Somewhere, the link, somewhere.
Juicer make magic.
So I'm running in that. I'm running in the singlet. I'm gonna run in some Pro 4s, the Dilish Pro 4s,
Sorry.
pink ones, some orange tights. I've got a blue version of these Oakley Plantaras.
Sure.
Paul
That's
is
the
look-
one.
Paul is looking at me
That's
like
that's the one.
there's no advertising for all of this.
Yeah. Put
Is
it,
that-
put it in front of the camera.
That's the
Where do
one.
we show the people?
Where's the camera? Look at it.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fire.
The camera's in the middle. Ah, you guys are the one. You see,
God. Black.
you guys are the one.
Assistance, please.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Cool, there you go.
But yeah,
Thank you.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's what I'm running in, and I'm planning to, like, you know.
Where can we buy it?
You can buy it
Direct
me
from my
on
man.
on a pre-order, because I'm still setting up e-commerce. It was really just like a launch to wear it at Cape Town Marathon, but already, like, people are asking me about it. People are asking me about it instead of the shakeout run, and I felt bad because I was like, because it was like the Adidas is the shakeout run. They're like, yeah, but where's the tops, bro? But you know what? Shout out, because this is like something I've always wanted to do. So like now we've got a running crew. Now I'm starting a
worked
running
out.
brand. It makes me happy. You know, after here we're just doing more majors.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Are you a F1 runner or non-F1 runner?
You'll get disqualified. Won't you get disqualified if you wear headphones?
Ish.
You see, this is why I like these run crew people. If you run with the 4 Ways Harriers,
They're gonna hit you with
they're
the.
gonna find you. No, I don't run with headphones. I don't run with headphones. Like sometimes on long runs, I'll listen to. For some reason, I listen to like El Vovo and Mabencha.
Okay.
That's my long run music. For some reason, I don't get it.
Step in.
Who's official man?
I see.
That's my long run music. But other than that, no. I don't run with music. It's the music is like, you know, it sounds like cliche, but you gotta listen to your cadence. You gotta try hear your heartbeat. Like, how's your breath going? At like when you're in zone 2 compared to when you're doing tempo and like aerobic. You need to like hear yourself.
Yeah.
And then also sometimes when you're going up the hill, you need to like shout at yourself. They don't know me, son. So those are the only voices that I'm listening to mainly. But yeah, shout out to Devon's Finest on the long run sometimes.
Involve. Yo.
Okay,
Wow.
cool. I'm gonna open it up to the crowd. If anyone's got any questions, then you've got a nice full house here. We can get some nice questions in here. Paul?
Obviously Adidas got like Adidas runners, and they've been in like the brand thing.
Yeah. Pressure.
And I think many brands would have like picked you up, and probably did. And same with us. It's like, what was the thing that made it feel right, made it feel good? Because I think you need the brand to elevate what you're doing. But if the relationship's not right, you know, we see a lot where they're trying to like buy the culture, not support the culture.
Damn.
And I'll be interested to see like what made this one feel right, and yeah, just it's not about the brand, but just about the support. You know?
Ish. That question is dangerous, boss. But yeah, I think like, you know, there's lots of brands out there, and for us, you know, it wasn't necessarily that we're like trying to shop around and find a brand that will resonate with what we're trying to do, but more just where can we get like the most freedom to do what we want to do, and where do we see a more like where do we see longevity, at least like a longer relationship, you know? So yeah, I mean, it just made sense for this, and yeah, it just sort of felt right, man. We've worked with, I mean, other brands, but yeah, you know, yeah, basically that's it for us. What just makes sense for what we're trying to do right now, and does this thing have, like, you know, room to grow? Let's start there, you know. Malema, take it away. I know you've got something to say.
Next question.
Yeah.
No.
Ish.
No. I lie. I'll answer your question from my perspective, Paul. I think similar to what Ve said, like what feels right, because there was a time where I was kind of like going on a hunch to be like, we must do something different. Like when we start to come back harder, we must do something different. And even from the choice of like which brand we're gonna work with, I think that was always gonna be like a statement. So I don't work like at Shelf Life for Shelf Life. I like work for the crew, if that makes sense. But
With
the crew,
the crew, yeah.
I work for the crew. I'm in service of the run crew. That's how I see it anyway.
All right.
Yeah. Um, so when we're trying to figure out like what we're gonna do, I had already said to Vez and Jake quite a lot, like I think we should do this other thing, and then they already had a conversation in the back that they had. So it was weird that I had that hunch, and that there was already maybe something possibly. But then in that downtime that you guys just love talking about,
That's when we were thinking. That's
something
when.
happened that made it so that there was a pause in that situation and everything. But ultimately,
Yeah.
I think it was to do something like a little bit differently to Vez's point of, so that it can feel right for us, and then also the direction of where they were going seemed to start to make more sense, even with some of the models having this like hybrid like lifestyle, but also like sports. And that's why we started our whole thing with them with the Evo SL. So those things, I guess, just made sense, but also really to be subversive.
Yeah,
Just
for
like,
sure.
Just to, you know.
And like also like to add to that is like, sometimes you don't want to go where everyone is going, you know,
Okay.
like because, yeah, will you be that valued there? You know what I mean?
Where's everyone going?
Nowhere. Just say, just say. So yeah, you can't. Hey, this man is slick. But you just,
Hey, guys,
yeah. For us, it's just like that. Like, where can we get, just more value? Are we gonna shop, check us, or young talk?
Pick and pay woolies.
Exactly.
I got you.
Mm.
And you,
I think for me, obviously, I've been in this situation for a long time, and I think it's a relationship, and it's like you want them to bring the best out of you.
100%.
It's not about them trying to change you to put into their.
Yes,
Sure.
exactly.
Like for us, we just like us being run the cell line, we're small,
Mm.
big impact. And
Yes.
we're not trying to talk to 2 million people. We want to talk to the right people, but we want the brand just to like let us be the best.
Do
version of
Exactly.
ourselves
Yeah.
and let us
Exactly.
do us. I think that's what we look for.
But you guys are living soft. You even got a palsy, like
lifestyle.
soft life.
What do you mean?
Confirmed.
Everything
Yeah, I
is
know.
here. But yeah, exactly. I think like what Paul said, exactly. That's it, you know?
True.
That's what you want, you know, like, I think even if you're a musician, you know?
You want
you'd
proper
look at it,
backing,
you
and
know what I
proper
mean?
freedom, and to
Exactly.
explore your creativity. Yeah. Anyone else? I'll fact check that. No, no, no.
I have a question. I mean, I saw a post recently, and I won't say her name, but she was doing long runs with you guys.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
she had one nice long post about how kind of safe and people looked out for her and stayed, and she felt like a camaraderie. And I wanted to ask, was that a conscious decision? Because I know that's
Absolutely.
With us, you say?
Like, yeah, specifically with you. And how did that change? Like, is that a shift from like you described it, cool guys, creative, to bringing in people?
So,
and grow?
so that's like a very important part, like for us, you know, to make sure that whatever pace, however you run, like slow, fast, whatever, you know, that we're very like welcoming and sort of inclusive, you know. Like Hakim and the guys are mega fast, you know, and I think it's not, for us, it's not about like speed and stuff. It's just about making sure that everyone feels comfortable
Yeah.
in the space and included, you know.
Yeah. Part of something.
Yeah. You don't want people coming to run with you and feeling like, hey, those guys are too much. Nah, I can't.
Keeping them behind.
Yeah, exactly. I'm holding them back and stuff. So we try to make sure everyone feels sort of catered for and looked after, you know.
Yeah.
And it's because it's motivating. At the end of the day, someone actually wants to get really good at running, and there's the community to run with. And the only way for them to get good is to run a bit more and run with more experienced runners, and want to come back. Otherwise, you're just like, nah, fuck this shit. I'm not coming back. Excuse my language.
But yeah, I know the post you're talking about, and I was happy about the timing of when that post came out, because it's taken like a long time to establish from other people's perspective, because we always took it for granted, like the safety thing, because we were like a really close group of people like that knew each other. But when we started this, let's say this 2.0 version,
Phase 3.
then it was very intentional from us to accommodate people at all levels, like pacing, and I hate to get like political, but even like from the way people mix, even though we live in a diverse environment, you find that certain organisms tend to go towards each other and are repelled by other things.
Sure.
You guys are following what I'm saying. So because of that natural flow of things, there tends to be like a very easily identifiable paradigm between groups of people when they're together. I hate that I have to speak this cryptic, but I think you guys are getting my drift. So with us, we mainly attract like guys,
Eish.
black and colored guys. It's not a thing of like you're not allowed, né? But I think it's just down to the group of people and the type of things that we into. Just those type of people go together. So we're also guilty of this thing that I'm describing in a way, and that's why it's hard to judge other situations for being prejudiced or whatever the case is, because maybe it's just you know like things attract like things.
Sure.
But when it does start happening that other people are running with us, and especially if it's women, we've got like a very big brother vibe about us that I think a lot of women that have run with us appreciate. But to me, it feels like they want other women to experience it. They don't want to have to be the only woman running there and experiencing like this thing. But they do know if they want to run, they can go with those guys, because there's these other places where they're going to go.
Eish. And
They're going to get hit
jacked.
on. It's like a very high, intense environment, like where there's like post drinks and everything. And you know how that can sometimes get like, our thing is like very low intensity in terms of the social expectation, and then high intensity from a physical side. So you get the work in, and I see sometimes afterwards the women are like almost expecting a barrage of whatever, like being come onto and whatever, and these oaks are just like,
No.
you know, they're just like they're just nonchalant. They that's not
sure.
what they're there for. You know, like don't shit where you eat type of thing. And I'm really, that's the thing I appreciate the most about this group of guys, is that people come back and have those types of things to say, because those things are like, that's what you're gonna leave behind. You know, when it's all said and done, one day there's gonna be young kids who are gonna want to start a run crew. You're gonna see it's gonna happen, and they're gonna say, yeah, but we want ours must be like the 9-4. Like when we start a rap group, it must be like Wu-Tang. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like when we start a run crew, they're gonna base it off of like Run and Salem, off of those things, not the brand stuff.
Sure,
and all of those
exactly.
things. It's gonna be about how you looked after people. Because me, it's something I care about. It's something I'm very vocal about like this Tinder run crew thing. People can do whatever. I even think I coined that term a long time ago. Maybe not, but I saw this thing and I felt a way, and I'm just glad that like we don't fall part of that. But it's because like I don't know, for whatever reason, most of the guys have girlfriends, for example. So that helps. So it's not just a bunch of single. It's not a bunch of single guys. Topless and
Tough guys, man.
I just walked into it, but no, it's not. You know, it's like I understand that environment. Everything needs a thing. It's just very hard to manage people's safety and well-being in those large groups with the social energy charged up
sure.
that high. That's basically what I'm saying. Yeah. So this post that you're talking about is an indication of like
someone feeling safe.
The insular workings of like how we are. Because it's all good and well, you do this thing with Adidas and you guys make jackets and it's very cool, which could be a bunch of scumbags. So,
yeah, it's very important. I think I can speak for us as well, as a 9-4. Like, I think we do have that, you know, older brother or brother sort of relationship with the girls in the crew, and like it's always like safe.
But you guys are getting taken over by the sisters now. The sister section
is growing.
The sister section is growing.
It's important.
Hey, the sister section is growing.
It's good. It's important.
Let's go.
The sister
It
section,
needs to grow,
and you know what? That's what I want for us. I want there to be like the women that resonate on that side of things are like, you know what? Because when women organize, they're more organized. Like us, we can do it. It's fire. You know, there's gonna be Mazaza Day. We're gonna have jet flag or whatever. It's gonna be that.
No food. Just
For
beers.
example, no food. So Oxa come loading on Radler.
Hey.
Do what you will with that.
That's true. We do need our sisters to remind us.
So
You're
yeah,
right.
like,
You're right.
what you guys are doing with the her, I think it's
Yeah,
cool.
the
Like,
her
that,
initiative. Yeah.
that section is growing, and like it's like it'll happen, I think, for us, but I don't want to force it. It's got to be like the right people that come along and
For sure.
that hear what we're doing and see what we're doing. Maybe that person that you're talking about is
Could
like,
be
yo,
her.
let's push this thing like that. That would be great. But we can't force people into things, but it slowly happens with those interactions. That's a real thing at the end of the day. So if there's anything that we did good, we did that.
Shout out to her. Gents, we are at the finish line, or
Yeah.
closer to the finish line. Do you
No,
guys
we're
have
not.
any-
It's just starting.
It's
Come to
just
the
starting.
line.
So what's next for Shelf Life? Do you guys have any exciting plans? Anything coming
For
up to look
Runnysell.
out for? Runnysell, Shelf Life itself as well.
Hey, it's too much. There's always stuff happening at Shelf Life.
There's can't tell you anything about Shelf Life because he's ND8 up to his nose.
You feel me?
Forgive me. I thought I was gonna get something out.
I'm looking at you asking him the question. I'm like, you're not gonna get anything out of this guy.
This guy
Because you
knows me
said
too
something,
well.
I was gonna get it out of him. What do you mean?
No, even me. I don't even know. I'm part. I'm.
He
out
know,
of his
this guy
NDA.
knows. He knows me.
It's lying. No, and like a lot of things, you know, we want to enter more races and we want to go there together and support each other. The other day we were talking to Paul and he said this and it clicked in my mind that it was like there's a lot of this word community is like
Busted
it's
out.
so strung out. It's an old Vaslap, this word.
Mm.
And people say community, but there's nobody supporting the runners. And you guys, even though you're a smaller number, the other people not running are going to go there and support
For sure.
the runners.
There we go.
That's like the real community. You've got these people, 400-500 people in the run crew. They can't even put a cheer zone together, you know, couldn't organize a piss up in a brewery type situation. And it's like, that's what it's really about. So I think for us, it's to get more participation, but to be also able to get the support there as well, because it helps. Like us living together in a house, waking up every day in the same place, going to things. This thing builds morale, and I can see how being in a place like this all together every time with each other, that just makes it, you know,
Tight.
Stronger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
exactly.
like,
And
I,
yeah,
I
just-
envy it in the best way.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, shout out. Cool. I think that's it.
This guy's crazy.
How am I crazy?
After all of that, he said cool. Thank you everybody for being here today.
I'm time
Thank you for
conscious.
listening.
I was gonna get there. I
We
thought I was gonna
appreciate-
get something from Fez, and I was gonna take it on. You
Cool.
jump starting the equation.
Cool.
Thank you so much, guys. That was off the shelf. It was lovely to have you. It was lovely to have these guys here. Thank
Shout
you for
out,
the
shout
stories.
out. Thanks for
Thank you
having
for
us.
the excitement.
Appreciate
We're
it,
looking
man.
forward to all the plans and all the things for
Absolutely.
the future.
Yeah.
And yeah, we out.
Thank you guys so
Shout
much.
outs. Thank you so much.